click go live if we're going to go live. Going live, and here we are. We're live. Can you believe it? Here we are again. It's Tuesday morning. I love my Tuesdays because I get to spend a little bit of time with you. This is our time to be together for this Ask Me Anything. I'm just going to kind of talk and just chit chat just a little bit while we're waiting for the stream to come up. I know it takes a few seconds for this thing to buffer and for people to be able to start seeing this. And I am just heading back over into the YouTube stream, and it looks like we're there. Cicely Simpson says, hello, Chris Prouty. When Cicely Simpson shows up, I know we are good to go. This is going to be a big one today. I have got a lot of things to talk about, and they are all in about the they're all in the same kind of category. What I do, questions come in during the week. They either come in through comments on other videos, or they come in as chats, as messages to me. So I get these questions that come in, and I try to lump these things into logical groups so that we can have a topically relevant conversation during our time together here today on Tuesdays. So that's what I've done today. So I've got some questions all queued up and ready to go. Let me see if I can pull these things up. So the first question that we're going to handle today, and we're going to get to all of these, I promise you that. Let me just see if I can get to this and scroll. So I had a question come in about how can a brand new company sell services to a specific target audience? That's the first thing that we're going to cover. Then after that, very similar type topic. What are your thoughts on selling services to a target audience that you're not familiar with? Can't wait to answer that one. And then we're going to go to how do you think it's possible to develop trust with a target audience that you've never interacted with them before? I'm just reading how this question was posed to me, and I'm looking forward to answering that question with you. This is going to be a lot of fun today. I think we have a lot of cool things to talk about, and I'm just kind of still waiting for this thing to come up, a couple of people to join, and I'm so grateful for the people that are here with me today. Thanks for being here. And if you are here, just let me know. Just drop a little hello in the chat. Let me know where you are from. Just let me know your name. I'm trying to figure out which camera I'm on. It's this one right here. So I'm going to talk to you right here. What I'm going to try to do is I'll try to explain big stuff to you right here. And then when we want to get a little bit intimate and I want to have a conversation directly with you, I'll move over here. Kind of feels like you're sitting right here next to me. And then we'll go back here to talk about the big stuff. All right, let's get these questions up so I can reread them again and get some answers going to you. Make good use of your time, which is super valuable. And I'm so glad that you're spending a little bit of it with me today. By the way, for those that don't know, my name is Chris Prouty. I help experts and entrepreneurs wildly grow their businesses by teaching them how to attract clients online. But probably not how you think. We do it a little bit differently. And clients come to me because they want to have impact. They want to grow their businesses. They want to be seen as leaders in their industry. And they want to make money while they're doing it. And so I go live every Tuesday to spend a little bit of time with you. You might be an entrepreneur or an expert and you're looking for some guidance in how to get clients and how to grow your business. So I jump on here on Tuesdays to spend a little bit of time with you and answer questions that come in during the week. And I'll be fully transparent with you. It's my hope that I'm able to give you a transformation, give you something that you can start doing right away so that maybe you're sitting there, you're like, oh, that Prouty guy, he's not so bad. Maybe I'll get a meeting with him and find out more about his programs. And if that's something that you're interested in doing, well, I have my calendar link right. Maybe it's right here. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. It's prouty.me. That's my last name.me. That will get you on my calendar just for a few minutes where we can spend some time and brainstorm about the things you should be doing to grow your business. Because a lot of times the clients that come to me say that they feel frustrated, they feel unbalanced, they feel a lack of fulfillment, a lack of confidence in what they're doing to attract clients, and it's my job to turn that around. And we do that by answering questions like the questions that we're going to be answering today. So if that sounds familiar to you and you'd like to get some clarity and you'd like to have more confidence and more fulfillment in your business, well, that's why I set aside time on my calendar. It's just for you. So grab that link, which should be right here, maybe. It's mylastname.me, and that will allow you to get on my calendar pretty readily. So the first question that came in to me this week, and I hope you're staying hydrated while you're doing this. I'm realizing I'm not hydrating as much as I should today. I hope you are. The first question that came in is, how can a brand new company sell services to a specific target audience? And when this question came in, the subscriber who asked me this had a very specific business and a extremely specific audience, and it was in the medical world. And so what I want to tell you is this: if you're a brand new company and you're trying to create a service and you're trying to sell to a very specific target audience, you have a lot of work ahead of you. But I will tell you this, it's really inspiring work to do, because what you need to do is become extremely present with that target audience. And especially if you're a brand new business, this is your opportunity to get into the marketplace and make a big impact. So how do you do that? How do you get in front of that very specific target audience, especially as a new company? I'll share that with you in just a moment. By the way, if you are new to my channel, this is the first time you're seeing me, or you'd like to receive updates every time I create content like this, just click the subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications so that you get an alert every time I go live or every time I create a video like this. So you're a new company, you're selling services to a very specific audience. Sounds like this audience is going to be a little bit smaller. The very first thing you need to do is become so familiar with that audience that you know everything about them. You know the frustrations that they have. You know the pains that they're feeling. You know the things that they want to solve, the problems that they have that they want to solve right now. And that's so important when you're coming up with a way to get in front of this audience and sell your services to a very specific audience. We have to get very specific in what we know about that audience. So that means understanding the pain that they have for the problems that they want to solve right now. We don't want to try to solve problems that they're going to have in 10 or 15 years. Solve the problems right now. That's how you're going to have the fastest impact. And we do this with the content that we create. So we're creating written content on LinkedIn, Instagram, on Facebook, more visual content on Instagram. We're creating videos on the video platforms. We're creating blog posts on our websites. All of these things should be directed towards solving the very specific problems that this target audience has right now. And the only way to understand that is to understand the problems that they have and to get very, very familiar with them. So this means you're going to be running surveys, you're going to be meeting with people from this representative audience, you're going to be talking to clients that you're getting now who are in that audience, you're going to be asking really hard questions on the sales calls that you're getting with this audience. And all along, and you know, you've seen me with this before, I've got this notebook, and this pencil here with me at all times. This pencil never leaves this notebook. And this pencil only writes in this notebook. And you know what I write in here? I write down interesting things that I learn about my target audience. So if I'm on a sales call, or if I'm talking with a prospect, or I'm talking with a current client, this notebook is here, always open. And I just grab the pencil that stays with the notebook, never leaves it. It never leaves it. Never, 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 never. Here, I'm over here now. This pencil never leaves that notebook. And I'll jot down. Somebody will say something and I'll be like, wow, that's an interesting way that they said that. You listen to the language patterns that they use. You listen to the things that they say. And I write down those exact things in this notebook. Then I will take that notebook when it comes time to creating videos like this one, or creating content for my blog or for my socials. I will use that notebook and I will use the language patterns that I hear these people using. This is my target audience. These are people that I love to create content for. And you should love to create content for this target audience as well. That is going to demonstrate your ability to help them. And especially if you're a new business, that's going to rapidly demonstrate your ability to help these people. And then make solid, non-salesy offers all the time. And you're going to have that audience stepping forward, looking for the solutions from you. And I know it sounds complicated. And I know it's going to take some work, and I'm not giving you a magic wand, and I can't just snap my fingers and have clients coming to you. You have to do the work, but that's why you're here. That's why you started this business. That's why you chose that audience. You can do this. So your first steps are going to be researching and understanding your audience, and then you're going to be creating content that demonstrates your abilities. How do you demonstrate your abilities with content? You demonstrate it by teaching. Always, always, always teaching. That's how you're going to stand out from the competition who might mean well but can't deliver at the same level that you do. Okay, so there is my guidance for you. That's what I would tell somebody who was in my mastermind. If they came to me with that question, I'm going to give you the same exact answer. And by the way, if something like a mastermind is something that would be attractive to you, or you could be surrounded by people who want to see you succeed, just jump on my calendar link, prouty.me, and we can talk about what it's like to work together. I'm not going to try to sell it to you. You'll know if it's right for you, and if it is, that's great. If it's not, that's cool too. And when I put this video up on YouTube, I'm going to let you know that while creating content to demonstrate your ability is a great first step in working with that target audience, it's not the only thing that you need to do. And that's why I'm going to put links for some other training that's going to help you get moving quickly towards getting some of those clients. I'm also going to put a link here for you to subscribe to my channel. So if you click on my face, you'll be able to subscribe to my channel and get alerts every time I create new content just like this. All right, let's move on to the second question, which is, what are your thoughts on selling services to a target audience that you're not familiar with? That's a really interesting question because many times in our businesses, we might move into exploring new audiences that we don't know anything about. And when you move into exploring a new audience, you open up an entire field of opportunity for you that might not have been there before. So it's wise to always be exploring new audiences. So if you're thinking about exploring a new audience for your product or your service, well, you're in the right place because I'm going to tell you what you should be doing so that you can open up the most opportunity and you can get the most traction and find that audience that's going to work for you as fast as possible. And actually, I'm thinking of a company, as I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking of a company that had to do this. It's a company you know. And I'm not going to tell you the name of the company just yet. See if you know this. This company originally started as a product for cleaning wallpaper. And it was started an age ago. I don't even know how long ago. Maybe 100 years ago. But it was a product for cleaning wallpaper because houses were heated with coal and other heating things that caused residue to build up on the wallpaper. And so they created this substance that you'd go along the wallpaper and it would clean off the soot on the wallpaper. And then heat started to change the things that we use. You might hear kids screaming out there. It's because it's summertime. It's lunchtime in summertime. Kids are never happy with the food items that are made available to them. Probably too healthy. That's why they don't want it, and they're screaming their heads off. Anyway, the way that we heated homes changed, and soot buildup on the walls didn't happen as it was, and this product suddenly was starting to be used less and less and less. And this company, I'm going to just switch over to here with you. This company had heard of a teacher who was using the product in the classroom as modeling clay. And they discovered that they had an entire new audience in children who would use Play-Doh as a toy. So this company, the company who makes Play-Doh, went from being a wallpaper cleaner to a toy that children play with. They had to explore an entirely new audience for their product. They had to learn about that audience. They had to learn how to communicate with that audience. They needed to learn how to create a product that that audience would want, which meant introducing colors and introducing packaging that a child would want. What's interesting, though, is there was some commonality in that they were marketing to parents of the children. Because the parents of the children were the ones that were buying the clay, parents were also the ones that were buying the product to clean the wallpaper. So the company Play-Doh had to shift, and they had to market their product to an entirely new audience. So if you're thinking about moving to an entirely new audience, the very first thing that I would tell you to do would be to explore if there's a product or service fit within that market. make sure, first of all, that that market wants the product that you're offering. Now, we found this with Play-Doh because when Play-Doh was seeing a decline in sales because people weren't using it to clean wallpaper, they had heard of a teacher who was using it with the students as modeling clay. And so Play-Doh was able to take that information and shapeshift and make that pivot, as we would call it nowadays, and work to sell to that entirely new audience. And you should do the same thing. I have an audience out there of children who are interested not in Play-Doh, but in screaming and fighting. And so I'm going to find a product that helps them scream and fight even better. Maybe boxing gloves. Maybe I'll get some boxing gloves and pop them on and let them go at it with each other. Maybe I'll bring them in here one day and you can sit here and listen to them scream directly with me. You think that would be fun? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments because I will do that. Okay, the third question that came in is, how do you think it's possible to develop trust with a target audience when you have never interacted with them before? Well, that's kind of a follow-on to the first two questions where you're marketing to an entirely new audience and you're selling services to an audience you're not familiar with. And the question again is, how do you think it is possible to develop trust with a target audience that you've never interacted with them before? That's going to be a pretty tough one for you. And so what I'm going to tell you to do is something that you have probably heard me say many times. If you've followed this channel or you've followed me, you've probably heard me say this many times in the past. And I'll get to that in just one second. If you are someone who's sitting there and you're kind of liking the things that you're hearing, not the screaming kids, but you're liking the things that I'm saying, that I'm teaching you, now would be an incredible time to jump on this link right about over here, this link right here, which will get you on my calendar. And when you hop on my calendar, we will spend some time brainstorming about the one thing that you should be doing to start getting clients into your business. So I was talking about how do you think, it was answering this question, how do you think it's possible to develop trust with a target audience that you've never interacted with them before? And that's going to be a very tricky one. But I'm going to fall back to something that I talk about all the time, and that is inspiration. You must at all times find high levels of inspiration in the audience that you wish to serve. Here's why. If you're highly inspired by the audience that you wish to serve, you're always going to be seeking opportunities to serve them. You're never going to delay communicating with them. You're not going to dread opening your emails or your messages. You're always going to look for opportunities to talk with that audience. My audience is entrepreneurs, experts, consultants, coaches, trainers, service providers, people like that. I could talk to you all day long and I'd never get tired of talking to you. And you can ask the people who are in my mastermind, which is called Growth Galvanized. We talk every day, all day. We have an open dialogue, an open chat going. We get together for accountability meetings. We get together for training. We get together for mentorship. And I lead the whole thing. And I am so inspired to hear what these people are working on. It literally just makes my heart just like pump fast when I'm meeting with these people because I'm so inspired to meet with them. And you should find the same thing. So if you're looking at a target audience that you've never interacted with before, the very first thing that I want you to do, and don't skip this, the very first thing that I want you to do is make sure that this audience deeply inspires you. This audience has to be something that you always want to be talking to, because if you don't have that, you're not going to want to talk to them and you're never going to learn enough about them to be able to communicate with them, to develop trust with them, okay? So please make sure, do a lot of honest self-reflection and make sure that this new audience that you don't know and they don't know you, make sure that you're inspired to be speaking with these people. And that's going to help you rapidly get to a point where they are going to be trusting you. Because when you're inspired by an audience, you want to spend time with them, you want to learn about them, and you're going to start creating content that is going to build that trust with them. And that's the root of this question. How do you develop trust with that target audience? You develop trust by creating content that shows you understand where they are now, you understand where they want to be, and you produce content that helps them get from where they are now to where they want to be. It is very similar to what I'm doing with you right now. The people who are watching this, you are an entrepreneur, you're an expert or a service provider, and you're looking to attract new audiences and grow your business. I am providing you with step-by-step stuff that you can start doing right now to start doing that. And I'm doing so that you'll develop a level of familiarity with me. You'll develop a level of trust with me. You might end up liking me, and you might not. But you don't have to like me to learn from me. And that's what I want to do here, is I want to demonstrate to you that I can teach you and that you'll learn from me. And then you're going to hop on my calendar right here, and we're going to spend some time brainstorming one-on-one so that I can show you the one thing you should be doing to get results as fast as possible. And that's why I created Prouty.me. That's my last name, which is Prouty. It's the one I was given when I was born, .me. And that is direct access to applying to be on my calendar. Now, we don't meet with everybody. There are some people that we can't help, but if I can help you, I'm going to spend some time with you, and I'm going to help you. I'm probably going to tell you about Growth Galvanized, my private mastermind, and see if that's something, if you want to be surrounded by people who want to help you shortcut your way to success. If you do, we'd love to have you in there. All right, checking in on the time. I've been going for 22 minutes, answered those 3 questions. I am going to hop over to the chat, and I do love jumping into the chat to see who's here. Cicely Simpson is here. Somebody remind me next Tuesday before I go live to have her book. I want to show you her book. Her book is absolutely amazing. You'll see her name in the chat. It's Cicely Simpson. I do want you to look her up and connect with her, especially if you're looking for some leadership mentorship. She's the one you should be speaking with. And then you want to get her book, which is about her methodology for leadership and for demonstrating your ability to have impact in any environment, whether you're a business owner or an employee somewhere. Her book on chair leadership, which you'll find on Amazon. Just search Cicely Simpson, Cicely with a C, by the way. Cicely Simpson, you'll find her book, and I do want to shout her out because her book is absolutely a game changer. Thank you for being here, Cicely. I see Jackie Adams is here from Augusta, Georgia, and I'm so inspired that you checked in, Jackie. Thank you for being here, and I hope that our time together today was meaningful for you. Cicely says Chris's Growth Galvanized is a real deal. Well, Cicely says Cicely is in that mastermind. That's the caliber of person that you get to be with there. Grab time on his calendar. I did best decision I made for my business. That has inspired me, just getting that message from you today, Cicely. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. All right, so we've wrapped up with the questions that I have queued up. So that is it for me for today, for this Tuesday, Ask Me Anything. I think I'm gonna go live a little later on today and just kind of chit chat and just kind of go off the cuff. I only did this to YouTube with you today, but I will do this with for a larger audience across all of the socials a little bit later on today, and I'll talk about something else, something more for you. So keep your eyes peeled on the other socials, and we shall see you later on. Ending the stream. I'll see you guys next Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, right back here. It is early in the week. Go close business. Go make money. You have my permission to go close business and go make money. So please go do that right now. Don't delay that, okay? I'll see you later, guys.